steps up to the plate for me, always, no matter what. And to have a sibling, I'm just blessed to have a sibling. I'm so blessed to have a sibling that does the same thing as I do, a sibling that supports me and that is willing to. She could have taken that time and energy. She has these chronic illnesses herself. She could have taken that energy and put towards her channel, those videos to benefit her channel, to help her with her revenue, because we both do this for a living, if you will. And she decided to step up and do that for me, and she didn't have to by any means. So I just want to express my gratitude for Grace, and I'm just so thankful, so thankful. And I hope that you guys will go over to her channel and just show her some love. Let her know that you're so appreciative for the tingles, the tingles, that she hopefully was able to provide for you. So thank you, Gracie. I love you beyond belief. Thanks, Sissy. Sissy. She's such a G. So anyways, thank you, Grace. Like I said, I'm so happy that you are here with me. I have missed you so much, and boy, has a lot been going on, not just in my world, but in our world since we've checked in with one another. First off, how are you? How are you? I genuinely always care, and I'm always so interested to see what's going on with you. So let me know. It has been a while. It has been a while. And while it has been a while, our world is really struggling right now. Our world is really struggling. All of its people are feeling so many different emotions right now. And I just want to remind you that you always have this safe space. This safe space. It is always here for you, for love, light, for peace, relaxation, and whatever you need the safe space to be. It is that for you. I'm always here. And I want you to know that, and I don't even want to say it because it gives me anxiety, and I'm sure everyone's so tired of hearing about this, but I'm a little late to the game, and I don't feel right just jumping into a video without addressing or letting you guys know how I've been, or hearing, or that, as if I don't want to hear how you're dealing with what's going on in the world. So number one, you guys, I have had the flu for over 2 weeks. It was so bad. I've never been that contagious sick in my life. I had days of 103 plus fever. I could not move my fingers. I was throwing up through an entire night, beyond dehydrated. I was so sick. I could not eat. I could not drink. I was having body spasms and aches like I've never felt in my entire life, and I've been sick chronically with multiple illnesses for 8+ years. it is awful. So I did go and have a flu test. I had a family member come in town, and within 24 hours of them being here with my weakened immune system, I got the flu. On top of just normally, I had been sick all winter, you guys know this, with like strep and cold stuff. I've been sick actually since August, on and off with flu stuff that's felt more like mono. And I was already in a flare, and just some traumatizing things in my life have happened recently right before I got the flu. So I had traumatizing things. I was sick, flare with my chronic illnesses, and then this flu that lasted 2 weeks, to the point I could not get out of bed for 2 straight weeks. I am now, it has been a week since I have, well, about a week and a half since I've like had fever. I thankfully have a port. No guys, this is not a hickey that you guys like to call the hickey. It's a port. So I was able to get IVs going. I thankfully get to have nausea meds through my port. So that's the only reason I think that I was even able to be feeling slightly alive at 2 weeks, is because of IV bags and nausea medication, things of the sort. So I'm very privileged and blessed that I have home health care, and that was able to be taken care of. I don't know how I would have survived otherwise. I should have been at the hospital, but I have home health care. So thankfully, during all of this coronavirus, pandemic, I didn't have to go up to the hospital when I could have potentially gotten something a lot worse than the flu. Even though the flu is really serious and something to not take lightly. If you've ever had it, you get it. So a lot of you are joking that I have coronavirus. I have not been tested for coronavirus. I don't feel like I have coronavirus. Yes, I am extremely short of breath, extremely, and just feel sick. But I think number one, that's my chronic illness of just feeling sick. My laryngitis is gone down a lot, but I still feel like my throat isn't back to normal. And my shortness of breath, I've had the flu, had it severely for 2 weeks. I have not gotten out of bed in 3 weeks. I have not left my house in 3 weeks due to having the flu, which I kind of think is a blessing, because I may have, I've been quarantining unintentionally for 3 weeks. So that may have put me ahead, and I may have potentially really helped myself by not leaving the house because of being sick. I do live in California, so we were, I believe, the first state to have a mandatory lockdown. Well, I live in the Bay Area, so 7 counties went on mandatory lockdown for, physical distancing and to help flatten that curve of the amount of people that are infected. So my county was one of them. And so I believe we're on, like, the day that I'm filming this, I think we're on day 5 of mandatory lockdown. We can leave the house if it's an emergency, if you have a job that they are considering to be very vital and important, and if it's an emergency. So I have not gotten a coronavirus test, but I don't think that I have it. But you have to remember that one of my illnesses messes with my heart and my breathing just in general. And when one doesn't get out of bed for 3 weeks straight, that also makes one very weak. So yeah, my breathing is not right. I'm very short of breath. I'm more lethargic than I could ever explain to you. I feel like I'm drunk or have been drugged. But again, that also goes along with my chronic illness, so I've just been hit with a wave of double whammies recently. Brendan is on paid leave from work because he has me in the house who he basically takes care of, and spring break, you're not cute out at the beach. It's selfish and it's disgusting that people are prioritizing their fun times, their family vacations over lives, potentially. And even put apart lives, pain. People are in pain. Some people may have a very light case where they don't even know they're sick. They may not be symptomatic, and then others are dying. And if you have ever been sick in your lifetime, if you have ever experienced pain, pain is pain no matter what levels. And I am just disgusted by people that are out at bars, that are out at restaurants. I am from a small town, Texas, where there's one stoplight in the entire town, and it's already there. It's already there and spreading all around my hometown in Texas. I clearly live in the Bay and in California, and we are in a huge crisis. We're in a crisis all over the United States, and it's selfish. It's selfish. It's selfish. It's selfish. And my only word to describe it is disgusted at the people that are, not taking this seriously. I'm compromised. I have 3 chronic illnesses that put me at risk. I have had the flu. My immune system is very low at the moment. So that just by itself, I have a sister who is immunocompromised. I have family that is. I have grandparents over 65. And think about those people. Think about yourself. That one spring break party to go play beer pong is not worth a life. It's not worth a life. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. So that is my tangent. That is my really think twice before you leave your house if it's not an emergency. Physically distance yourself from people. And I have such a huge platform that I would be so disappointed in myself if I didn't say these things, because I have the platform to say it. And this doesn't have to be socially distancing. I like to say physical distancing because more than likely, if you are able to watch this video, you have a laptop, you have internet connection, you have a phone, you have an iPad, some way that you can FaceTime, where you can, start a group chat with your friends. You can group FaceTime. You can call up a family member. You can call a friend. You can call your siblings. Grace and I FaceTime and call every day. It's been weeks since I've seen Grace. It's been 2 weeks since I've physically seen her. Like 2.5 actually. And you can Skype your friends. You can start a group chat, like I said. You can play games against each other online. There's so many ways that you can come to the safe space and let's talk all day over on Patreon. On Patreon, I've been making some posts. The link's down below if you're interested. That is not a plug, by the way. That is a letting you guys know that's another safe space option if you feel like you don't have many friends to talk to in your personal life, because I totally get that. I'm the same. And Patreon has been a really safe space recently where I've been able to connect more. So anyways, that's just another social outlet. Here's a social outlet. It is a safe space, and I love you all, and I want you guys to know that we're all feeling so many different emotions right now, and there's no exact way to exist right now. There's no right way to be in this moment. There's no right way to feel, and so whatever it is that you're feeling, it's okay. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you because I know that this all has been draining and exhausting and anxiety much as fear mongering and all these different negative emotions are very powerful, love and light is also so powerful. And our world, your communities, your family, yourself, we really need a lot of love and light right now. So remember to be gentle with those around you. If you're at the grocery store and it's crowded and people are just, remember, we're all feeling something, and we're all dealing with the same thing. At least all of us were affected by the same thing at the moment in some type of way. But we all deal with things differently, and it all comes out in so many different ways. And so if you're pent up in the house with your partner, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your family members, your roommates, whoever it may be, and they're being grouchy, or they're getting on your last nerve, or they're, whatever it is that might be irritating you, or just you're being affected by, remember to be gentle with them. Maybe give them a hug, even if you're not a hugger. I'm not always the biggest hugger, but I think we could use a lot of love and just comfort in this time, and to also be gentle with ourselves, just to be gentle with ourselves. The other night I felt so weak. I had been dealing with anxiety all day, and at night it just spiked through the roof. And I just asked Brendan, who's my boyfriend, I just cried and I said, will you please stay up with me? Will you please stay up with me and watch a movie? And my go-to comforting movie or show is Cheaper by the Dozen with Bonnie Hunt and Steve Martin. I don't know why, but it is the most comforting movie to me. It's just a big family. It's lots of love. Siblings. It's just, I don't know. It's always been a comforting movie to me since I was a child. So be gentle with yourself with screen time. Don't feel bad at yourself if you're on YouTube more distracting yourself. If you're parents out there, if you are feeling a little more agitated and you maybe have snapped at your child, or you just have a shorter fuse than normal, be gentle with yourself. It's okay. It's okay. And I'm so proud of you. And if your kiddos are getting restless and they're not doing their schoolwork, or their attention span is short, or they're rowdy and rambunctious, be gentle with them. If your kiddos are having more screen time than normal, be gentle with yourself with that as well, Just be gentle with yourself. We're all doing the best that we can right now. So I'm just proud of you, and it's okay. So yeah, that's what's been going on with me. And like I said, I just had anxiety that night, almost like a panic attack. And it's okay to ask for help from a partner, from a friend, from a parent. Just reach out to wherever feels safe even more stressful in this time because it feels even more unknown than what we were feeling 5 months ago, however many months ago, whatever. But the truth is don't let your mind trick you. The truth is that every second is unknown. It's not just this time period. It's not just right now that's unknown. It is every second. It is every second. So the best thing that we can do, is take precautions, take this seriously, give love and light, be there for one another. I send you all so much love and light and prayer and just a bubble of protection to each one of you and your loved ones. I love you all. I love you all. And those of us with animals, don't not love on your animals right now. My sweet puppy Catalina has gotten more hugs than she's probably ever had in her entire life. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. That is a lie. Catalina has had 1,000 lifetimes of hugs. She is very, very loved. Sweet, sweet Nana. So anyway, just know that you are so, so loved. So loved. So loved. You are so loved. And I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. And for those of you that are still with me, I hope that we can take this time that we are spending indoors, this time that we are feeling, restless and like we have cabin fever right now, that we are just feeling really stuck indoors and ready to get out. I hope we can take this time as someone that has chronic illnesses that have debilitated me inside of the house for a month at a time, many times in the past almost 10 years. I hope that we can take this time to find love and compassion for those that are inside of their houses due to chronic illnesses for extended periods of time. I hope we can find compassion and take a moment to give love and light and, like I said, compassion to those who experience the anxiety that we're feeling right now because of the virus, but they deal with this anxiety every day of their lives, and they will before and after the virus. I hope we can find some compassion for them because I'm sure, as we know, it's draining what we're feeling right now. I hope we can take a moment of compassion for all of our loves and people in the world that don't leave the house because of their crippling depression or anxiety. Sometimes it just takes experience for us to really understand, and that's what I hope that we can really take these moments for, or just for compassion for those. I hope we can find compassion, take a moment of compassion for those that have disabilities that don't get to leave their house for extended periods of times or ever. I hope that we can take a moment of compassion for those that fear to leave their homes, for unsafe environments of war, of being scared to leave their homes. Let's take a moment for that. This food crisis that we might all be feeling and being affected by, and the worry of how we're going to feed ourselves or our families. Let's take a moment of compassion for those that struggle every month and don't know if they're going to get food on the table. They don't know if they're going to be able to because of unsafe environments like war, and this is just a virus. And if you during this have stocked up on toilet paper, you have stocked up on pasta, if you have been one of the people that have taken all the toilet paper in the world, if you have taken extreme precautions to protect yourself or your family, and you have been someone that has judged other people or families from fleeing from war, from unsafe environments, countries that are unsafe, and you have ever judged someone for coming to this country for protecting their families or themselves, I really hope that you never do it again, and that you take this moment for compassion. Take this moment. Take it. No matter how someone has come into this country or whatever country to protect their families. Look at what you've done for a virus. These people have done this from only God knows what. Only God knows what. Only God knows the fear that they feel every day, and the courage that it took to leave and to do what they felt they needed to do to protect themselves and their families. So I hope that we can take a moment for that. My heart is broken for the children that are going without meals that they rely on at school. My heart is broken, and so anything you can do to give to your local food banks. Many food banks are helping, and usually continue to help before the virus. They help people get meals that cannot get them themselves. So think about that. If you have enough money in your bank account if you're privileged and blessed enough to help someone with groceries after you've helped yourself, or maybe you split your grocery bill and send it to a food bank or just whatever charity or organization that is helping people eat, I hope that you can do so. Think about that. If you have enough money in your bank account to buy groceries 2 times over, like I said, just think about helping someone in your community. Things of the sort. So there are just a lot of things to have a lot of compassion for in this time that I hope that we can choose to look at, I saw a post today that was talking about, imagine how stir crazy we're feeling in this moment, and imagine how Anne Frank and her family that stayed in a 400 square foot room, and they stayed for hundreds of days. They stayed for hundreds and hundreds of days in that room, quiet, not moving, not making a sound. And let's just have compassion and to put that into perspective. So remember, wash your hands, my loves, sanitize them, stay indoors. Think about not only yourself, but those with compromised or suppressed immune systems, those that are, over the age of 65. Those are just, just people at higher risk. So choose lives over going and getting your nails done. Choose lives over your hair. It's a big, serious deal. My love and light is with you all, no matter what you are feeling. No matter what you are feeling. I love you all. Don't be that guy or girl out at the beach. Stay indoors. I love you. I'm sorry. I know that this might be a draining, like I said, video and subject, because it is, but I think in the way that we feel, and we just need someone to like sit eye to eye with and know that we're not crazy and feeling alone in this. So I've had many waves of many different feelings, and whatever you're feeling is okay, and you're not alone. You are not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. I love you and I'm so proud of you. And if you are a healthcare worker, my gratitude for you, no matter where you are in this world, is unimaginable. You are so appreciated beyond belief, beyond belief. Nurses, doctors, just whomever you may be. Thank you for what you are doing. Thank you for what you are doing. Thank you for what you are doing. For the people who are working at supermarkets, grocery stores,